Okay, my God, it is colder than a witch's patootie outside right now. It's time for me to move back to Florida. That's kind of what I wished I was doing right now. Like I said, I'm sick as a dog with sinusitis. My eyeball is killing me. Yeah, that's irrelevant, right? Anyway, remember back when you had a fish tank? If you had a fish tank, and when you bought the little fishy when you were young, and you get the little fishy in a baggie full of water, and they tell you not to dump the fish in the tank, that you'd actually set the bag with the fish in it in the tank so it could acclimate itself to the temperature of your tank, because if you just plopped it right in there, your little fishy would die and then it'd sink to the bottom, and then the other little fishies would eat it. How do you protect your camera gear in cold weather? The same way you treat a new fishy for your fishy tank. You actually have to acclimate it. I used to be #1 person in the world. I still rank #2, I believe, for tech support on the MacBook Air. I used to repair Compaq and HP laptops ages ago, and people were like, I never got it in the rain, you know, and why is there corrosion on the inside? It's like, do you ever take it in from the cold into the warm and vice versa? Well, yeah, but it never got wet. I don't know how there's corrosion inside on the motherboard. Say, there's this neat little thing that they discovered last year called humidity. I'm like, oh. Seriously though, a lot of stupid things people do, they'll actually get their camera wet, and it's like, well, that's weather sealed. Well, it's only sealed against invasive weather. It means like a short burst of sprinkle of rain, when it's not sealed against pervasive weather, and namely that is humidity. If you be shooting in cold weather like this, or in humid conditions, especially in cold weather like this, stick your body with your lens on it, or just the body especially. Basically, you don't have to put the body on it. In a Ziploc bag, if you're going to go out on a cold hike somewhere, bag it up. Of course, the camera's going to get cold. Well, you want to take all the air out of it. Not that that matters, just for simple sake of volume. And drop that in your bag and let it acclimate itself. You know, if you need it, immediately take it outside and shoot it, that's fine. But if you're outside shooting, and once you've shot with your camera, you've been outside shooting, I don't know, polar bear nudist colony or something, I don't know, the camera's cold. You're immediately going to take it back into your hot car and crank up the heat, or you're going to bring it inside your nice warm house. Don't do that. You need to treat your camera like a fishy. And drop it in a bag after your camera's colder than a witch's you-know-what. And this is serious. I might be joking, but I'm serious about this. Bring your camera in like this, and give it a while. You need to take the memory card out of it and take it out, but put it back in the Ziploc bag and let it warm up inside here, so that humidity. I don't care if there's a giant hole in the front of every damn camera. You got that part? And even if you got a lens on it, there's still holes all over the damn place. And the microphone holes are all over. The humidity will get in there. So what you need to do is you need to let your camera acclimatize itself from going outside to in, and especially coming from inside to out. And what that will do is someone will say, well, I've never had a problem. I've been doing it for years. Well, you've been lucky. It's a known entity, and I can tell you this from experience. I used to repair cameras at Beach Photo and Video. Used to repair cameras, taking apart a lot of people. I never got wet. Why is there corrosion on the inside of my camera? It's weather sealed. It's sealed against invasive weather, not pervasive. And what's happened is, especially true of cameras that are up in the wild north there, where you guys are like got 1 month of summer out of the year, and the rest of the time it's just colder than bloody hell. You bring your camera indoors, the humidity forms on the circuit boards, and electrostatic discharge causes corrosion, breakdown of the solder joints, and you end up with a short on a circuit board. And every camera, I've taken apart a lot of cameras, there are a lot of places in there for corrosion to develop. So Ziploc bag your cami, and your cami will live a lot longer. This is an undeniable fact. How come you don't read about something like this in a photography magazine? Not that I read those rag mags anymore. I haven't read those things for 10 years. Why don't people talk about stuff like this? That's important, especially if it's an expensive camera. Even if you got insurance on the camera, let's say, well, it just died of natural causes, so we're not going to insure it. I mean, well, you want your camera to live longer, do that. Especially if you've been shooting outside in the cold all day. Ziploc bag it, take the memory card out, then Ziploc bag it, and then bring it back indoors. Okay? That way your camera will last a long time. Simple trick, cost you 20 cents, maybe 5 cents for a Ziploc bag. Easy, right?